Guys, welcome back. This is Eric here with Guitarsenal, and today we're going to be checking out a fuzz. I was laying down a little bit of craziness there in the intro with this Wampler Velvet Fuzz, and recently I was at a good friend's house, and we were playing around a little bit, and he said, hey, I got a few of these Wamplers laying around. Would you like to try them out? I said, well, sure, you know. So I borrowed a few of these pedals from my buddy Sam, and we're just going to be checking them out and seeing what kind of sounds we can get. Admittedly, at first, I wasn't necessarily too crazy about it. I know Chad was dialing in some sounds with my Strat here, and he wasn't too happy with what he was getting, but what he didn't know was that my guitar wasn't in my hands, so the pedal could not play to its full potential. See, my guitar here will only talk to me. It won't talk to strangers. I've taught her really well, so I think the pedal sounds great. It has a wonderful vocal quality. You know, that little intro jam there, just sort of playing around and getting some just nice, pretty lead sounds. You know, a lot of people think a fuzz always has to be just kind of crazy and big and nuts. No, fuzzes can also get some just really wonderful lead sounds that can be pretty as well, depending on how you set them up. Now, this guitar doesn't necessarily clean up too good on the volume pots. That's one thing we noticed earlier. We're running through a Fender bass breaker with the little Wampler here, and when I dial off the volume, it definitely does lose a lot of clarity, and I think we're going to end up having to put maybe a treble bleed circuit in this particular guitar, maybe even a new wiring harness. But anyway, that's not an excuse. I just want to make sure people understand where we're coming at here with this pedal. So here's the clean sound going into the bass breaker. Okay, I'm going to disengage the Wampler. Not bad. And just to give you an idea of the tone, here's the bridge pickup with the bassman. We're on the first position, so this is a clean sound through the bass breaker. That's actually pretty good just on its own, really. I mean, it's fabulous sounding. We are running the bass breaker into a 212 Mesa extension cabinet, and they are loaded with vintage Celestian 30s, okay? So, which is kind of cool. Giving us a little bit fatter sound out of the standard bass breaker. So the fuzz sound that we've got going on there is pretty nice. I'll tell you, we are going to dial, let's maximum fuzz, maximum brightness. We have a big sound, a tight sound. Let's try the toit. It's toit. It's toit like a toy guitar. Oh, Christ. Oh. Let's see how the tight sounds. Let me clear my loop. It does sound a lot better in your hands. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so the tight sound, I would imagine, also gives you sort of a focused sound. I think focusing those frequencies, and almost like speaker dampening does when you have that effect on an amplifier and able to get that kind of tight response. So let's go for that a little bit. Kind of like that stuff. Okay. We're going too far down that rabbit hole. I'm making too many mistakes. Anyway, that's the tight sound for what it's worth. And you know, it's a fuzz, guys, so it's a little noisy. You got some hum going on there. We're going to get back to the big setting because I like it bigly. And we're going to get to the fuzz and break it down a bit. I find that if I'm just going to demonstrate, if I back this brightness off a good bit, I think it sounds super muddy. Well, I was really flubbing that last part, wasn't I? But that's okay. All right, that's on the bridge pickup. If I go to the neck, kind of muddy. Not really my flavor. But then again, to be fair though, I have a Wren and Cuff Caproot, and I really, really like that fuzz a lot. It's an awesome fuzz, but I find that when on the neck pickup, on any Strat, it sounds super muddy. It seems like it just really sounds the best on the bridge pickup and with that tone dial back a bit to get that just nice, warm, sort of just very, very fuzzy sound. So let's get the brightness back up. I like that kind of leveled out, and the volume kind of is what it is. Let's clean the fuzz up a little bit. So we're not really dialing the guitar back, but let's dial the fuzz back and see how it sounds. Not bad. All right, this is the tone and volume all the way out. Anyway, you guys get the idea. I'm noodling around. That's not bad. That's kind of with the fuzz, I would say, dare I say, cleaned up a little bit. Let's get back into maximum fuzz territory. We're going to leave it on the big setting. And guys, I'm just fooling around, okay? Nothing wrong with that. We're just having fun. And look, the thing is, if playing around with pedals doesn't inspire you and it's not fun, then why are you doing it? So I hope you guys can see I'm just trying to enjoy myself here, despite my horrible flubs. Sometimes the flubs are fun. Hey, I try to make them fun, okay? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any of your crap. Pretty good sounding fuzz if you ask me. I don't know about the playing, but wonderful. That's the Wampler Velvet Fuzz in a nutshell, guys. The way I like to run fuzzes is just kind of fuzzy and on the extreme, end of the spectrum. I like to get that brightness up. I like to get the fuzz going. I would say the sweep of the tone controls on this particular unit is not quite as much as I would expect out, like out of the Caprid. The Caprid has a little bit more usable tone sweep. And the reason that will you grab me that Caprid, please?
I will.
Just so I can show them here. Here I am looking at my little Caprid. Boink, thank you. The Caprid, this is the only other, fuzz that I really have a lot of experience with. And this is a very large pedal, by the way, but this particular pedal has got a lot of great distortion sweep. We've already done a video on this pedal if you want to check it out. I'm not saying that I recommend the Caprid over the Velvet, because the thing is, guys, fuzzes or distortions or anything are different to different people's ears and what they really like to get out of it. Like Chad, I came up here and Chad was messing around with this. He's like, I don't really like it. I can't get any sounds I like out of it. But then I instantly was like, yes, like that is a wonderful fuzz sound. And in my opinion, it does it beautifully, and it's got really nice articulation. You can really hear what's going on with the notes. As long as I can do halfway decent justice playing, there is the articulation that's there that's wonderful. And it's a well-built pedal. It is a true bypass pedal. It does have a port on there for 9 volt. I'm running it on a pedal power too, but you can also run a battery in it. Pretty good little pedal. And from what I understand, they're pretty reasonably priced. That's one thing about the Wampler Velvet Fuzz that maybe is a leg up on something like this Caprid. This Caprid is made with vintage components and a lot of hard to get stuff. And it's a very tried and true vintage style circuit. And it also has a much higher price tag. So that's just something to consider. This pedal is probably about double of what the Wampler is. So yeah, we just want to make this video to kind of showcase the pedal. I think it's neat. It definitely is. It is compact. That's one thing I do like about the Wampler Velvet, is that it is a smaller footprint on a pedal board. But yeah, this has just been hopefully a somewhat entertaining look at the Velvet Fuzz from Wampler. Take it for what you will. This is just one person's opinion, one person's guitar rig. It's going to sound different in every room. It's going to sound different to every person through every different guitar. This is just one instance, but it is cool. So hopefully you found this video informative. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Guys, we post every Monday and Friday. Let me know how we can do a better job. What do you want to see? More pedals, more amps, guitars? We've always got something random going on in terms of what we're putting out there. So let me know, and we'll definitely keep the videos coming. But for now, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.